Hi everyone, welcome to your practice. My name is Elisa. If we haven't met before, it's such an honor to be here with you. I hope you're taking care. Today we'll be moving through a Vinyasa practice, and the invitation is there to grab some type of support, whether that be a block, if you have a yoga block, or a hardback book, a really tall one, the tallest one you have, even a Tupperware container, or the edge of a chair, just to use in case you would like a little bit of support while you take a standing balance. But if you don't have any of these things, that's absolutely okay too. So we will get started. So from wherever you are, you may like to find a seated position, much like I'm in, or any other seat that suits your body today. Or you might like to lie down on your back, whatever position you'd like to choose to arrive to your practice. So take your time to find your way into a shape that suits the initiation of your practice today. Just beginning to allow this time, this space for the body and mind to reconnect in awareness. Drawing all of your attention to the present moment, whether that be sensation through the body or emotion that is present. And just noticing. Bringing awareness to the back body, allowing the spine to be tall, vibrant. And as you continue to arrive to the space, take in the information that surrounds you as you slowly begin to gather more awareness around you. And maybe this means recollecting all of the parts of you that you've shared today. Maybe you bring your awareness to the way that you're breathing, how that feels. And I'd like to open the practice by acknowledging the land. You may like to do so as well. I'd like to pay my deepest respects and acknowledgement to the traditional custodians of the land that I sit on today. I pay respects to the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, their ancestors, their elders past. Respect to those elders present and those emerging. And I'd also like to pay respects to the ancestors of this practice, the culture of this practice that we share today, this Eastern practice of yoga and meditation. I pay deepest respects and gratitude to those yogis who have spent years and years cultivating, sharing this wisdom. It's eventually led to us here in the West where we can benefit, learn from, and share together. Such an honor and a gift. And we will begin the practice with a very gentle pranayama, breath work. Only if you'd like, just beginning to practice samavritti, this equal part fluctuation of the breath, meaning the inhalation and the exhalation will be the same length. And I will guide to the count of 6 for both parts of the breath. And if you find that this is too much or too little for you today, please, I invite you to take this into your own way of doing things and choose what count suits you today. And whenever you're ready, we'll inhale through the nose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. Exhale through the nose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continuing. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. Continuing your own practice of Samavriti in silence for 2 or 3 more rounds, honoring the breath as you count, balancing the nervous system, balancing the mind, or at least practicing to do so. The next time you find yourself at the bottom of an exhalation, you can soften away from the practice and bring the arms wide and high on a breath in, and wide and low on the breath out. One more like this, inhaling the arms, anchoring the hips, then exhaling the arms down as you float your way and find your way into all fours from here. Move however you would like to get there. If there's some other intuitive movement that is asked of you before you arrive in this shape, you can. And take that happily. Finding your way into this neutral spine here, spreading the fingers wide, knees underneath the hips, shoulders stacked on top of the wrists, hugging in the navel. We'll drop the belly, lift the tailbone and the gaze. Take a breath in, deep U shape of the spine. Exhale as you bring the pubic bone forward, round through the upper spine, cat pose. Maybe even curling the chin in. Couple more like this. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze and the tail. Exhale, round through the upper spine. Bring the weight forward over the wrists, deepen the creases. We're gonna add on to this. So if there is intuitive movement that is being asked of you, please honor that. Please allow your practice to be the space where you can be yourself. Your intuition can almost lead you, guide you here. And when you're ready, we'll drop the belly, lift the tailbone and the gaze, cow pose, inhale. And then this time as you come into cat pose, you tuck the toes with bent knees, hover them off the ground, and then send the hips high, downward facing dog. Maybe here you'd like to extend through the back of the legs, pedal the feet one by one, just checking that your shoulders are externally rotated, the fingertips are gripping into the ground, softness in the elbows. And then as you come forward into plank position, lower the knees to the ground, drop the belly, lift the tail and the gaze, cow pose. Exhale through cat as you tuck the toes, hover the knees, downward facing dog. 2 more like this, rolling yourself forward, delivering your knees to the ground, belly, tail, and gaze lift. Then exhale through cat as you dome, hug in the navel, send the hips, tailbone high. This time as you look at your hands, we're gonna step into Malasana, yogic squat. So right hand to the outside of the right foot to the outside of the right hand, left foot to the outside of the left hand. Then sinking the hips down in between your legs. Your hands can come together in front of your heart space, the elbows to the inside of the knees. So you draw the sternum forward, press the ground away with your feet as you lift the hips up. If you need support under your tailbone here, this is where that prop is really handy, maybe even a cushion or something under your bum, just so you feel a little bit more supported. From here, the option is to take a twist. Right hand to the ground in front of the right knee as you lift the left arm up, twisting the chest towards the sky. Still strong through the hips, the legs. Inhale. Exhale, left hand down, right arm up as you twist to the right this time. Stabilizing here through the ground. Exhale, hands down in front of you, heel toe the feet together, not together, excuse me, feet hip distance apart as you find Uttanasana, forward fold. Flare the toes, ground the feet, deep bend in the knee if you'd like. As you bend forward, bowing over your legs, releasing the head. We'll inhale, halfway lift, find a tabletop shape of the spine. Find the back muscles. Bend the knees as you bow forward. Exhale. One more like that. Inhale, rise, halfway lift. And exhale, bow forward. Strong through the legs as you rise with the arms. Inhalation all the way to the sky. Urdhva Maybe a little back bend, sternum towards the ceiling as the palms touch, and you pour yourself all the way back down. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step both feet back into plank position, holding for a moment, and then lowering your knees, belly, chest, and chin to the ground. Taking cobra of your choice. So you might like to take the fingertips wide or the hands in line with the side body as you inhale, roll up. And exhale, roll down. 3 more like this. Inhale, rising to your little back bend, compression of the spine. Exhale, lower. Finding your breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Next exhalation, finding your way into a downward facing dog. 3 breaths here in your shape. And of course, resting wherever you need it, changing any of this guidance as you like. You are your own teacher, your best teacher. So listening to your body. Full breath in here together, and long breath out. Lifting the right leg high behind you, lead with the heel, find that shift in balance. You can bend the right knee, bring the right heel to your butt cheek, and then take 3 big circles with that right knee in the air, as if the kneecap was the tip of a pen and you're drawing large circles. Just introducing a little bit of fluid, a little bit of movement into the hip flexor. Can take a few more rotations in the opposite direction if you'd like. Can you keep the chest square, the points of contact on the ground nice and firm? And then on your exhale, draw the right knee towards your nose and step it in between your hands, lowering the left knee to the ground. Coming up into Anjaneyasana. Inhale, lifting the arms up. Exhale as you bend the elbows. Draw the heart space towards the sky as you squeeze the shoulder blades together, taking cactus arms. Heart towards the ceiling, Jalandhara Bandha, chin coming towards the throat ever so slightly, not dropping open the head, nice and contained. We'll inhale, extend the arms high, maybe coming out of the lunge just a little bit. Then exhale, deepen this expression by bending the knees, drawing the heart space towards the sky. 2 more like this. Inhale, lift. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, lift arms to sky. Exhale, deep bend in the elbows, the right knee. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, frame the right foot with your fingertips. Lift the back knee, step into the right foot as you bring the left foot to meet the right. Uttanasana at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow forward. Rising tall, Urdhva hands to the sky. Inhale. And all the way back down, exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, right foot finds the back of the mat once more. Right knee lowers to the ground. As you rise up into your Anjaneyasana, low lunge on this side. Same movement, exhale, deepen the experience, drawing the heart space towards the sky, elbows bend, cactus arms. Inhale, drawing out of the lunge, find the navel center, softening that deep bend in the left knee. And then exhale, sinking here. 2 more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower, squeezing those shoulder blades, keeping the navel drawing in. Last time. Exhale. This time as you inhale, lift. You exhale to bow and frame the left foot, lifting the right knee, step the left foot back to meet the right this time. And you're invited to flow through a vinyasa of your choice here. Maybe knees, belly, chest, and chin to the earth. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in together through the nose. Out through the nose. Left leg lifts high here on your inhalation. You can bend the left knee,
left heel towards the left butt cheek, and again, taking those 3 big rotations, drawing giant circles with that left kneecap. Noticing how this feels here, different on each side perhaps. And again, keeping that stability through the rest of the body. We want to stay nice and stable, square through the shoulders, through the core. And taking a few rotations in the opposite direction if that feels good. Your next exhale, left knee to nose as you step that left foot in between your hands, lowering the right knee to the ground. Rising into your Anjaneyasana. Cactus arms just once. Lifting high, inhale, exhale, hands frame the left foot, lifting the right knee as you step the right foot to meet the left at the top of your mat, Uttanasana. That's the flow. We'll do one more each side. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Rising tall on your inhale. Folding forward on your exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Stepping left foot back, exhale. Lower the left knee as you rise into your lunge, inhale. Cactus the arms, draw the heart space forward, exhale. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, hands frame the right foot. Stepping back into plank vinyasa of your choice here. Knees, chest, and chin are welcome. Skipping is always welcome. We'll meet in our down dog as we align the breath. Inhale. And long exhale. Your next inhale, lifting the right leg high behind you. Exhale, knee to nose as you step that right foot in between your hands. Staying high in your runner's lunge here, or option to lower the back knee. Totally up to you. Rising into crescent lunge, wherever you're at. Sinking into the experience on your exhale. Lower ribs hugging in, softness in that left knee if you need to. Tall back body. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Arms open, left arm forward, right arm back. As you inhale, flip the left palm as you drop the right hand to find the back of the left thigh. Left arm sweeps up and over, big side body opening here. Exhale, left hand comes to find the inside of the right foot. As you stay here, lift the right arm, find a twist. Find your breath and disperse the energy here. Finding Cleopatra as you come to the outer blade of the left foot, heel toe that right foot in line with the left hip crease. And then lower the left hip so it hovers off the ground, right arm reaching down by the left leg, parallel, palm towards the sky. Inhale, press the ground away, lift the right hip up, the right arm up. Exhale, lower, hover the left hip off of the ground. This time as you lift up, pressing the outer blade of the left foot, will find your way back into your runner's lunge. Both toes facing the front of the mat. And then taking pyramid pose. And again here, a little bit of support might be nice. You might like to shorten your stance as you begin to lengthen through the front leg. Coming up really high on the ball of the left foot is going to help give you a little bit more leverage through the hips as you come forward and bow over that right leg. Hips are square, softness in the right knee. One more breath in your pyramid shape. Deep bend in the right knee when you're ready. And then we're going to step that left foot to meet the right at the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Taking the feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart or big toes to touch, finding your own expression of chair as you bend the knees, sink your hips down, lift the arms up. Uttanasana, chair pose. Hugging in the lower ribs, the navel. Couple more breaths here. You've got this. Sinking into your heels, maybe hovering the little toes off the ground. Inhale to lift all the way up into a toe stand. Move slowly as you extend the legs straight, coming to balance here on your toes. Ooh, wobbles are welcome. Exhale, slowly lower your heels, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale as you plant the hands, maybe here you find that corner of the chair or the ground or your block, and you swing that right leg behind you into a warrior 3 variation. The chest is square. Your fingertips can stay on the ground, or you might like to draw the hands to heart center as you actively lift that right leg into space. Crown of the head facing forward. Holding for 2 more rounds of breath. Feel that compression of the back body. Toes reaching towards the back. Maybe you're holding onto your chair. 1 more breath. Exhale, bend the left knee, lower the right toes. Ooh, fingertips frame that left foot. Step back into plank. Flow through a vinyasa of your choice here. Oh, I've been up since very early today. My brain is forgetting how to speak. And flowing through your own vinyasa, we'll meet in a downward facing dog. When you're ready, aligning our breath together, inhale here through the nose. And exhale. Inhale, lifting the left leg behind you. Exhale, knee to nose as you step the left foot in between your hands. Staying here in your long runner's lunge and rising into crescent lunge. Full breath in. Long breath out. Stabilize, find your stance. Your next exhale, twisting to the left. Reversing this when you're ready. Left hand finds the back of the right thigh. Right arm sweeps up and over. Big opening right side body. 1 more breath. And then exhale, right hand finds the inside of the left foot. So you lift that left arm in the sky, taking your twist here. The invitation is to stay, taking a moment to really balance all of the effort into all corners or all points touching the ground. We'll take Cleopatra, pivoting to the outer blade of the right foot, heel toeing that left heel in line with the right hip point, if that's comfortable. And then we exhale, hover that right hip off the ground, serving the platter to the back of the room. Inhale, press the ground away, lifting up, maybe over, and exhale, serve. Hover the hip. Inhale, coming all the way back up as you pivot both toes to face the front of the mat. Finding your long runner's lunge. Exhale, pyramid pose here. Perhaps this side feels different. You'd like to walk in those right toes, squaring the hips as you draw that left hip back into space. Maybe the toes facing towards your face. Again, props are welcome. And if this doesn't suit, dropping the back knee, finding a half Hanuman might suit you better. Few more breaths, your own expression of pyramid pose. And then as you deeply bend through the left knee, step the right foot to meet the left at the top of your mat, forward fold. Setting up for your chair pose, everyone's favorite, sinking into your heels, your hips lower, your tailbone elongates, the lower navel, the lower belly draws in, the arms come up. Full breath in. Hugging in the navel, can you sink deeper on your breath out? Pulling the heart space forward, inhale. Sinking deeper, exhale. Finding your toe stand, inhale, slowly engaging through the legs, coming to balance on your tippy toes. Long back body, full breath. In your next exhale, simultaneously bow as you lower the heels to the ground, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, inhale. Bowing forward, exhale. Setting yourself up for your warrior 3 variation, stable in the right foot as you sweep that left heel high behind you. Taking your version, maybe you're holding onto a chair. Maybe your fingertips stay on the ground. Maybe your hands come to heart center. Staying extended here, finding elongation, crown of the head, stable in that standing leg, drawing that left heel, the left butt cheek even higher into space. Find your breath. Nice. And then when you're ready, slowly bending through the right knee, lowering the left toes to the ground, hands frame that right foot as you step back into plank position, flowing through another vinyasa here. Freedom to rest wherever you need it. Downward facing dog is where we'll meet. Full breath in to connect. Long breath out. This time slowly lowering the knees to the ground. And then eventually finding your way to sit on, excuse me, one hip here. We're going to find a twist. So we'll start with the right leg on the ground. So I'll face you so you can see properly. The right we want both sit bones to be on the ground. So with that right knee bent and that right heel towards the left side of the hip, if you find that that doesn't suit you and you're kind of uneven, you can slide your prop or a blanket under whatever side isn't touching the ground. Alternatively, extending that right leg straight is absolutely fine as you step that left foot to the outside of the right knee. So this is a good version. This is a good version. No specific way it needs to look, as long as it feels okay in your body. And as you inhale, ground through your sit bones, bring the arms wide and high. Exhale, bring the outside of the right elbow to hook to the outside of the left knee. As the left fingertips find the floor behind you, elongating through the spine and twisting through the whole center column of the body. You might like to take a mudra, a hand gesture. Prana mudra, bringing pinky and ring finger to touch the tip of the thumb, the pointer and the middle pointing towards the sky. It might be nice. A couple of breaths here, ringing out through the midsection, long through the back body. Then inhale, slowly unraveling. Bring the legs wide, maybe wiggling them out a little bit. And taking a reverse tabletop as you bend the knees, plant the feet, fingertips in the same direction as the toes. Inhale, lifting the pubic bone towards the sky. Taking your reverse tabletop, keeping Jalandhara Bandha engaged. Chin towards the throat. And exhale, lowering here to take the other side. So left leg will be on the bottom this time. Yes. Left leg will be on the bottom this time, and the right foot will step to the outside of the left knee. Again, extending that left leg straight might be a nice option for you. And as long as both sit bones are touching the earth, we'll inhale the arms high, and exhale, twist to the right this time. Outside of the left elbow hooks to the outside of the right knee. And if this bind is too much for you, you might like to hug that right knee in towards your belly. Like this. So whatever suits you. Right fingertips are behind you along the base of the spine. Palm is open or in a mudra of your choice. And taking deep and conscious breaths here, perhaps softening down the eyelids as you find a tall spine, offering the body a twist, a deepening perhaps on the exhalation. When you're ready, unraveling the body, extending the legs out in front of you, and giving them a shake if you'd like, bending the knees, and then coming to sit with an upright spine, arms out in front of you, engaging through your core, draw your belly in towards your thighs, and then slowly begin to lower yourself vertebra by vertebra, all the way to the ground. Can you really anchor, cement the feet into the earth? Find your way slowly. Find that point where the body begins to wobble and shake just a little bit. Hold it there for a beat or two. And slowly, slowly deliver yourself here onto the floor. Express how you'd like. We'll take Happy Baby to finish off our time together. If there is any other movement you would like to add to your practice, please feel free and welcome to do so. Inversions, back bends. But the guidance I'll offer is just finishing in a restorative inversion, bending the knees wide, grabbing the outer blades of the feet as you draw the knees nice and wide, and then you slowly, with time, with breath, begin to elongate the whole lower back towards the earth, again making sure that the back of the neck is long. Breath is moving. Any other shape is welcome. One more breath here. And slowly lowering yourself into your Shavasana, very brief Shavasana we have here today. Unraveling the whole body to the earth.
taking up as much space as you can, making sure that the neck is supported as you rest here in silence to integrate, absorb the practice. I invite you to stay here as you are for as long as you desire. It's an offering of rest, of restoration, integration to the body, to the mind. For those hoping to close the practice with me, just beginning to focus again on the way that your breath is moving in and out. And perhaps with this breath re-energizing the body, there's a movement or two throughout your fingers, your toes. Maybe a yawning open of the jaw, swaying of the neck, the head. Eventually rolling over and pressing your way up to find a seated position, much like we began. Letting that energy settle back into your base, that vibrancy take over the spine once more. So you bring right and left hand to touch in front of your heart, Anjali Mudra. And this gesture of gratitude, of humility. And the invitation is to set an intention for your day, or to acknowledge 3 things you're grateful for. You may like to bow forward towards your heart and all the way towards the earth to seal in your practice. Thank you so much for joining me, for being here. Always so lovely to feel together in some way, even though this is recorded. Please know I'm here for you if you have questions, comments. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Thank you.